Okay, let's get started. Our first project is going to be upcycling this wooden bowl. We are going to start by taking Casement by Fusion Mineral Paint, and we're going to paint all of this bowl. For our next project, I have this address book cover that my mom had given me, and it took me a while to figure out what to do, but I have a really cool idea for it. I did not want the back design to show, so we're going to go ahead and cut it and make it into two separate pockets. Now we're going to take some twine. I'm going to cut it in half so I have one piece for each of the two pockets that we have. And we're going to use some hot glue and glue that inside of the pocket on either side. Once that's done, our last step is just to fill it with some greenery, and this could not have been an easier project. For our next project, we have this ceramic spoon that I found at the thrift store. And we're going to be using one of the butterflies from Millot's Pages, one of the IOD transfer sets. Before we stick that on, we are going to paint this spoon to give it a nice spring color. I'm using, I believe it's Inglenook by Fusion Mineral Paint. It's either that or Brook. I honestly cannot remember right now. For our next project, I have this 2x6 piece of scrap wood cut to about 12 inches in length, and we are starting by painting it with Rosewater by Fusion. Now I'm going to take this adorable bunny and the block that we just painted. I actually painted the front in white to prepare it for decoupage. Sorry, just getting that out of there. We're going to go ahead and use our decoupage medium and decoupage this onto the front. Now we're going to seal it up with Big Top by DIY. Next, I have this little wooden box that held 4 coasters, and I did a paint wash with Woodwick by Fusion. I don't know where that video clip is, but we are now going to take the little box and glue it with Titebond triple thick and glue it right to the bottom of that bunny block. Now you see me taking the Crackle stamp by IOD, and we're just going to be doing some tiny bits of crackle all over the white parts of that decoupage paper. I have this piece of wood that or 2 pieces of wood that I had glued together with using wood glue, and you can see the back is kind of ugly, but the front looks looks nice, still rustic. I have this drop cloth that I use on my craft table. As you can see, I created a huge mess with the project I did earlier today. I am going to cut off the part where the seam is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to position it so that the seam is in the front and about the middle, maybe a little bit higher than the middle. But I do want enough give in the back to be able to get this glued on. I'm just going to do a strip of hot glue. Then we're going to, let's cut off the other side. Okay. All right, so now that we have the 2 sides ready, when we pull this back to make a wall pocket, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull it tight enough because I don't want it to have so much give that things are falling out, but I need it to be at least loose enough to fit something in there. So we're looking about, looks like about there is perfect. I'm just going to start by folding. This is folded up already. I'm going to fold this one in a little bit. It's my first time doing this. Well, my first time doing this on camera and trying to do this all in the first try. Maybe we'll fold it up like a present. That looks okay. Well, how would you guys do this? What are the ways you've done this if you've done this before? Let's try it that way. I'm just going to do a dab of hot glue to stick it on, and then we will use the staple gun to keep it in place. Now we're going to need some twine to use as our hanger. I actually have a couple options here. We can use this rope, or we can use the nautical rope. Like that. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do this one just to do something a little bit different. That actually allows it to be on a thicker hook too if needed. Not that it couldn't be with the other one, but all right. I'm gonna cut that off. Position it. Fold out a hot glue. And then we're going to staple it on. Hopefully this staples. All right, I'm taking 2 bird stamps from the IOD Birds and Bees set. And I have already positioned them where I want them to go. I'm taking 2 of these birds from the IOD Birds and Bees set. I have already chosen my 2 birds. Let's see if I can show you. So I'm choosing this one here and this one here at the bottom. And I'm positioning them on so it almost looks like it's like a continuous branch, or they're both in the same tree, almost like playing together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed all of today's videos, and I will see you soon.